Hello and welcome to April 2021. This is going to be my first attempt in, let's just say, a while with my phone because I've been having technical difficulties lately. So hopefully this uploads without any issues and I can go back to normal videos again. But today I want to bring my channel to a screeching halt because this source that has given so many different sources in the sports uniform world amazing information over the years has decided to reach out to me. So, in recent years, this source, who has reached out to Mr. Chris Creamer of sportslogos.net in recent years, has actually provided somewhat accurate information on at least one uniform. You see that Blue Jays jersey right there? That's basically what their new powder blue jersey is. It is that powder blue jersey. So, this special source that usually comes out with information only one day every year isn't totally inaccurate. In fact, this source that reaches out to Chris Creamer every year actually provided a mock-up of the Dallas Stars to sportslogos.net just before they unveiled their current uniforms they've had ever since. But just before their current uniforms were unveiled back, I believe in 2013, Chris Creamer got a source tip on April 1st that year of a mock-up of green and white jerseys with the Dallas Cowboys logo on them. And if that is a legit prototype, that's one of the most trademark infringing mock-ups I've seen in a while. So, this source has reached out to me about a particular NHL team that ever since Adidas has redesigned their uniforms in the 2017-18 season, this team went from having potentially decent uniforms that were a few tweaks away from being decent to being really mediocre. And unfortunately, that team is the Nashville Predators. So, the good news is that although Nashville's current home and away jerseys have been rather mediocre, there's their current away uniform. The one thing about their away jersey I do like is the shoulder yoke. I just wish that they would have done what the Weedus Heat 96, one of my subscribers, suggested a while back, where he thinks that they should have put a matching navy blue shoulder yoke on their home uniform. I know those aren't the greatest photos in the world, but here, let's see if we can pull up some better photos. So there's Nashville's current home uniform, and I agree with my one viewer, Windy City Hockey, that it basically looks like a fashion jersey you'd find at a retailer such as Walmart. It's disappointing because if Nashville would have kept that smaller navy blue stripe above the white striping you see on the arms and the waist here, this uniform would actually be semi-decent. And with their away jersey and away uniform, why don't I see if I can't pull that up sometime between now and Christmas. Wish me luck. But if you take a look at their current away uniform, I love the color. I love the bright gold. I want to say yellow, but Nashville calls it gold. So with all due respect for you Nashville fans out there, I'll call it gold. The jersey design is a little bit on the plain side, even though the away uniform is, in my opinion, better than what it's replaced. So they got the away uniform to at least be a bit of an improvement, in my opinion, over what it replaced. But the home uniform has been a drastic downgrade from what they had before. And I didn't even care for the Reebok era uniform, to be honest, because I wasn't a fan of the vertical piping, but they got the striping right. And, of course, Nashville had to let Adidas screw that up. So with the reverse retro uniforms, good news is they at least have a new gold design that's actually a little more interesting and not as dull. But according to my source, the Nashville Predators are getting new uniforms for the 2021-22 NHL season. So, anyways, my source insisted that I name who she is, and her name is April Fools. Very suspicious name, but according to her, the Nashville Predators are going to switch to the 2020 Winter Classic shoulder patch logo as their full-time crest. And the best part is they're getting new jerseys. So thanks to April Fools, I'm going to show you a mock-up of Nashville's new gold jersey. So that's what it looks like according to my source. She said that the Predators wanted to go in a more traditional direction, go with something simple, and they wanted to do something more retro-based, or more traditional. I mean, that old retro-style faux-back saber-toothed tiger looks great. You got the single stripe on the pant, you've got very simple striping, and, you know, it looks to me like they basically were very inspired by the Los Angeles Kings' first uniforms in NHL history, or in their history back in the late 60s. I mean, to me, this looks basically like they took the LA Kings' bright gold throwback they've been wearing in recent years up until the switch over from Reebok to Adidas, took the forum blue, aka purple, and switched it out for navy blue and put their crest on the front. So, for a jersey that's a little bit super similar, just a little bit, to what the Kings have been wearing as a throwback up until the end of the Reebok era, this is a big improvement over their current home uniform. But here's the second uniform. Here's where things really take a turn. So according to my source, April, this is the other jersey they're going to be wearing next season. So April Fools has given me some pretty interesting mock-ups here. So this one now looks like Nashville's going to be taking the Los Angeles Kings purple, a late 60s uniform, redo it in navy blue, and put this faux back saber-toothed tiger on the front. Well, for a pair of uniforms that look like they basically recolored the 67 Kings throwback uniforms they've worn throughout the past decade, I think most of us can agree that this is probably going to be a big improvement over what they've been wearing right now. But notice something that's missing: a white jersey. So, according to my source, April, she mentioned to me that for the first time since the 1988-89 season Vancouver Canucks, the Nashville Predators will become the first team since the Vancouver Canucks in the 1988-89 season to not have a white jersey. So obviously, this navy blue uniform is, according to her, going to become their new home uniform, and they're going to have a matching gold jersey to wear on the road. So, because up until the 89-90 season, throughout many, many years of NHL history up until that point, there were multiple teams that actually did wear gold as their primary light-colored uniform instead of white. So, because obviously teams now wear white on the road instead of wearing white at home like they used to, this means that this gold mock-up here is going to become their new away uniform. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. I mean, to see, for example, this uniform against, I don't know, what's a good example? How about the Detroit Red Wings? That's going to be a great matchup. Or Montreal. I think this will look absolutely terrific against the Chicago Blackhawks, or even their other division rivals, the St. Louis Blues. You know, you also imagine this against Dallas, that bright victory green against bright yellow. That's going to be nice. Or the Islanders. I could see this against the Sharks or even the Vegas Golden Knights in their steel gray home uniforms. Hopefully without those shiny gold domes. I don't like those. They're bad. I think they're an eyesore. I mean, imagine this against Toronto. Jeez. Or even another one, Minnesota. I mean, to see the Predators finally giving people like myself who have wanted to see at least one NHL team not have a white jersey our wish next season, according to April Fools, this is fabulous news. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but if she is accurate, which the only time I've ever seen her be accurate was with that Easter April Fool's mock-up that Chris Creamer made a couple years back for that Blue Jays jersey, which coincidentally is basically what their new powder blue jersey looks like. So she got that right, but everything else she gets wrong. So I assume that this is going to be wrong. I mean, I hope it's not wrong because, well, I made these mock-ups. Excuse me. But, you know, we'll see. But remember, folks, don't even take this with a grain of salt. Just assume that this isn't going to happen. Because remember who my source is in this video. April Fools. What's the day today? April 1st, 2021. And yes, I know it's 2:52 in the morning as I'm filming this. I know I should hit the hay, but I had to get this out there. So remember, before you start assuming that this is legitimate, I want to warn you. My source's name is April Fools. Think about it. Just do me a favor and make sure you think about that one, okay? It's meant to be an interest. This is meant to be a video that spikes your interest, but also hopefully, you know, with the way things are going with this pandemic, hopefully puts maybe a small grin on your face. At least I hope. You know, if you were thinking and hoping like I am that this actually happens, don't be shocked if it doesn't, because remember, my source's name is April Fools. It's all in the name, guys. It's all in the name. So without further ado, what do you think of these new uniforms here? I mean, I hope that our friend April Fools, and thank you, April, for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. And hopefully everybody besides myself will get a laugh out of this, I hope. Yeah, let me know what you think of these. These are mock-ups I made based on the information that she gave to me, so keep that in mind. I must say, I think these will be a marvelous upgrade and a much desperately needed one that Nashville needs. So let me know what you think of these new uniforms in the comment section below. And let me know if you get what I'm saying about not taking this seriously. Because remember, once again, my source's name is April Fools. But anyway, that's a wrap for this video. Have a great day, and until next time, take care, and as always, bye for now, and hopefully my phone is actually going to let me upload this video. Fingers crossed. All right, take care.